Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm David Gann, Vice President, Imperial College, and a warm welcome to you. The reason why we're here is to open up on a new initiative at Imperial in FinTech. And I know there are quite a number of people who may not be familiar with Imperial College other than by name. So, and for those of you who know it deeply, just bear with me for a moment while I explain very briefly. We are often known as an engineering school, very proud of the work we do in engineering. You may not know, or some of you will know, that medicine is our largest faculty, and we have a huge amount of work, particularly in West and Northwest London, with 5 main hospital facilities and world leadership in areas like robotic medicine. Now, it may become obvious in a moment why I'm saying some of these things to you. But engineering is our second largest activity, and it goes end to end from the Dyson Design Engineering School all the way through the oil and gas sector to earth sciences. And there's almost nothing that we don't do in engineering. And then there's natural sciences, physics, maths, chemistry, biology, a lot of work in applied areas relating to climate change and the environment coming through from natural sciences. And the business school, and several people here from our business school today, and you'll be able to network with them. So that's us, and we're very proud of our heritage and of our current position in the world of academe, consistently ranked in the top 10 worldwide, and hoping and working hard to stay there into the future. The two things that I think give us an edge in that, one is collaboration. We collaborate, first of all, a lot internally. So if you don't know us and come and visit, we'll show you what that looks like, because the world today is not made up of bite-sized problems. The really pithy things that people want to work on are these complex issues. And so we've got teams that come across from the different departments and work on grand challenges, whether it's the environment or in health or in energy. And we also collaborate a lot with industry. People like yourselves here tonight. We have more than 350 industrial partnerships, and we work a lot with other universities. The second thing that we're known for is starting up new ventures and taking our ideas out into the market. And that gets a little bit closer, I think, to our interest in FinTech, in that we innovated as a university 10 years ago in floating our tech transfer office on the stock market, raising our own venture capital fund and investing in our pipeline of IP with some significant successes. And we now have a whole program of incubation, of student entrepreneurship, and of faculties with their companies or giving advice on other people's companies. So a lot of experience. At least 30% of our academics are working with companies today. About 40% are consulting more widely with government and industry. So that gives you a flavour. And we've been growing right the way through the recession, and we've run out of space. And so we're also building a fantastic new campus at White City, and that's just around the Shepherd's Bush area. And we've opened very recently our first new collaboration centre, the iHub, the Innovation Hub. And that has been purpose designed for companies, for startups, for academics to work together to create the future. And that's the first major facility of a whole suite that we'll be building on a 25-acre piece of real estate in London to create the university of the future. Of course, we'll continue to use South Kensington and the other facilities. Now, that I hope paints a picture of who we are and what we're doing in outline. The reason why I mention robotics, and there are many other bits that I could mention, data science, for example, is that we have been crafting groups of our industrial collaborators into a business partners club, and we meet regularly, and that's been growing, and we've started to receive ideas and requests to have some specific focal points, and FinTech has been one of them. And so we decided to invite you to come here. Many of you are friends with one or another academic or one or another part of the college. There are people in the room with startups. We'll hear from one in a moment. There are quite a few people here from large financial services organisations spanning quite an array of financial services markets. There are people from technology companies. And what we're endeavouring to do, and we'll give you a little thought on this in a moment, is to bring this grouping together as a membership organisation and place it within the broader portfolio of activities that we provide for our industrial partners. And so part of our effort will be focused purely and simply on what's going on with technology in the financial services sector, and really get into some focal points about how Imperial College, and either you as individual businesses or us in some collection, can get new value out of bringing technology to bear. The other part will be about learning what's happening across the horizontals. And there are some fabulous things going on with machine learning, for example, at Imperial College. And whether that's being deployed in mining or in the robotic surgery area or in aeronautics, in some ways the different application areas gives us the ability to learn faster. And so the other part of this grouping will be to have events where we'll be mixing from different sectors, and we'll be taking one or another of these strands and drilling down into it and saying, what are we going to do about the security issues here? What can we learn from other sectors? So that just paints a small picture of where we're moving to with our industrial collaboration and partnerships. Thank you for listening to us. We'll be in touch and discuss further this evening, and we really hope that you'll join us and we'll create some extraordinary waves through the financial services sector together with some of the new ideas that we can bring in collaboration. Thank you.